Hello everyone, my name is Anna and I'm a Florida's teacher. I live in Florida and that's why I decided to name my channel Florida's Teacher. I believe it's a funny name because we all know a character named Florida Man and his best friend Florida Woman, and I believe they are a fun couple and I can join them, why not? So originally I created a channel called I'll be stitching, and I uploaded my first Flosstube there, and unfortunately a couple days later someone from my family found out that there is another Flosstuber with very similar name, and I didn't want to mock anyone, so I decided to rename my channel. Unfortunately, for some reason I could not do that, and now I'm Florida's Teacher, and I had to upload my very first Flosstube also on Florida's Teacher channel too, and deleted completely everything from my other channel that was originally created. I'm going to talk about Florida weather this week. It was a horrible week for us. We've touched the real winter vibes. It was snowing in the north of Florida, and it was really cold over here in central Florida where I live, and we had a very wet, very yucky, very cold week. We stayed inside most of the time, which is not okay with Florida winters. We spent these winters outside as much as possible because it's nice weather for us usually, but not this week. This week, I don't know how. We lived in Chicago suburbs, and you know, winters in Chicago are way, way more horrible than Florida winters. Florida winter is comparable to Chicago summer, but it was so cold this week. I could not stay outside doing something even for 5 minutes because my fingers were turning into ice blocks very, very fast, even in the warmest time of the day. So we survived the winter in Florida. It was really, really hard for us. You can laugh at us, but it was really, really horrible because, you know, this humidity in here makes it even more cold than it actually is. Next, let's hop into the stitching progress. I was working mostly on 5 things. So my 5 projects were next. This is my bouquet of peonies from Luca S. I'm stitching them only on Sundays, and I made a lot of progress since you saw them last time. And I believe it is something around 2,000 stitches over here already. I really like the process, but unfortunately the design is so big, so large, that I still cannot see anything what it's supposed to be here. But I feel like I'm getting close to see any single leaves, or maybe even a flower, or even the petal of the flower. So far I cannot see anything. It's just a bunch of stitches of majority of green color. But I'm very happy. Luca S floss is very, very nice. Comparable to DMC, it's a little thinner, a little smoother, and a little more silky. So that's why if you are going to work with Luca S floss, make sure you don't cut a very long piece of floss because it's going to rip if you are going to if you're going to make too many stitches with it. It's going to rip at the end, and it's not going to rip in the very comfortable moment for you. So you better cut it shorter than you would cut DMC. I am doing this I'm doing this design on the not original fabric that was provided with the kit. I am doing it on a piece of Belfast. I don't remember for sure, but I believe it's antique blue color Belfast, and it comes from Zweigert. It's their like original manufacturer color. No one was hand dyeing it before or after, as far as I know, as far as I understand. Originally was provided 16 count Ada, plain white Ada, and I was believing it would look too boring. So this is designed from Mill Hill. It's called Citibank, and I added up 260 stitches, and it's about 400 stitches here, and it's something between 6 and 7% according to my calculations, because I calculated myself and I'm not the best mathematician in the world. So this is the front door, and all the front door is ready but beads. I just need to add beads in there, and it's going to be completely ready, but I will add beads later. I am obviously not doing it on perforated paper that was provided in a kit. I am doing I'm doing on the Picture This Plus casual, and the color is called Hermosa, something like that. It turns out beautiful and I like it. Next, dear friends, I did a little bit of a progress on my Lilies of the Valley. I'm stitching these with everything that was provided in the kit. I just had to add my own needle minder and my own hoops, but everything else is used whatever they provided in the kit. I did a lot of progress. I am not sure how exactly far did I go, but I am convinced I made something around 60%. I love this design a lot. Forgot to say, this design is from Riolis. It's Russian/Lithuanian company. I don't know, I can't say for sure, but I got the mail from Lithuania. And this is my temperature chart stitching. The design is called Magic Potions. That's for the whole year design. Every day I'm stitching a jar or a testing tube, or I don't know what is that. I'm not familiar with this, all these like vessels. But you understand me. I believe it's Teeny Weeny Cross Stitch Designer from Etsy. I am going to try to leave a link. I'm not sure it's going to work, but I'll try it again. So today is January 25th, and I have 25 beautiful jars. I'm doing one day warmest temperature projected, one day coldest projected temperature, and that's how I go. And they have like 7 temperature range, and for each temperature range they use different colors. And for example, for average temperatures they are using 4 shades of green, and there is 4 shades of purple for the colder temperatures, 4 shades of yellow for the warmer temperatures, and so on and so forth. I had to add some purple because I was missing it, because we are missing colder and coldest temperatures from that chart, and I decided to add some purple so we can have more color as Floridians on this beautiful design. The design is stitched on the 16 count Black Ada from Zweigart, and originally this design was called for 14 count Ada, but honestly I do like smaller, I mean like larger count, smaller cross stitches, so I chose 16 count. Maybe if I did it again, maybe I would even choose 18 count, but I'm not sure about that. 16 count is perfectly wonderful for me. Also, I had to finish, but unfortunately I did not think about the video I'm going to take today, so I didn't keep it. I gave it away as a gift, and that was my snowman with a candy cane. And if you're lucky enough, I didn't forget to add it to this video, and you are looking at it right now. Yay! But it's gone. I don't possess it anymore. I'm happy about that. Next, I would love to talk about the plans, guys. Plans for next couple of weeks. I will keep working on all of these projects that you just saw. Also, I'm going to start something else, something new. Next week, on January 29th, is Chinese or Lunar New Year. It's a year of the snake. And I decided to celebrate it with everyone else, with all the other stitchers who are stitching something too. And I chose the design that is called Slithering Shield, I guess. Let me try to show you the mock-up. There is the mock-up. Unfortunately, there were no pictures of stitch design yet because it is something new from that seller on Etsy. I do not remember the name, but I will try to link it below. I do not really like snakes. I was feeling like I'm missing out something last year when everybody on Flosstube were stitching something with dragons or dinosaurs because it was the year of the dragon. And I decided I will join them for the year of the snake. And my youngest was born in the year of the snake. She's going to turn 12. Oh my goodness. This year. And I'm stitching a snake. I don't really like snakes. I'm not obsessed with them. I'm okay with them. I used to hate them and be completely like freaking out when I saw a snake. But now I'm more comfortable. Years and years of living in Florida made me more comfortable with reptiles. And I do really like Harry Potter, and I like Slytherin. My oldest is also obsessed with me. We're big fans of Harry Potter. And she said, sure, I'll take it with me. So I got this design from Etsy. I already bought all the flosses and the fabric. I chose 18 count, also Zweigert Black Ada, pretty much the same as this one, the previous one for my jars. And we'll see how it works. This design has like 37,000 stitches. However, they added around the shield, they added like all the black stitches, cross stitches around it. And that's a lot of extra cross stitches. It's like many more, like it's 5-6 more thousands of cross stitches around it. But since I chose Black Ada, I don't see why should I do all those black stitches around it. So probably in my case it will be like 30,000 stitches. So I counted if I make 75 to 80 stitches a day on this project, I will be done by next Lunar New Year. And that's probably going to be my plan, because originally I wanted to stitches just once a week, but sometimes I'm not in the mood, sometimes I'm not feeling well, sometimes like I have an event or something and I cannot do it or remake it later, and then I could be behind. But I really want to finish this design by the next lunar year. So probably my plan will be like as many stitches a day as I wish and as I can. So I will be able to be done. Next project that I planned is this design from Mill Hill. Let me try to take it out of the pouch so it doesn't glare that much. This is Coffee to Go. It's called Just to Go, not Coffee to Go, it's Just to Go. And I'm going to stitch it on a black piece of fabric that I found at home. I did not decide yet if I'm going to use water-soluble Ada or I'm going to stitch it directly on the fabric. I'm still thinking on it because I find it a little bit challenging both ways. Whatever I choose is going to be a little bit challenging, but I will do that. My daughter, she likes coffee and she likes her coffee frother or milk frother, and since she travels back and forth to and from school, she takes her frother everywhere because I don't possess at home any extra frothers, and she loves her particular frother because it's very fancy. And she needs a pouch to keep it. So far she's using the original box, but it's going to fall apart very soon. So I'm making her a beautiful pouch. These are my plans for next 2 weeks, and I hope to see you in 2 weeks with all the progress, and I will provide you more numbers of stitches that I made. And I'm interested myself with all the progress I make. I'm going to go right inside of my house and take a piece of paper, and I will write down all the numbers that I have for today, so I can see the difference in next 2 weeks when I'm going to make another video with update. Thank you everyone for subscribing, for watching me. I love you all, and have a beautiful, beautiful, a wonderful time stitching. Bye bye.